Hello, hello, hello. This is Three Wave Trading coming at you with another video. It's been a while, so I will just get right to the point. Had a good day today. Trump's tariff policies have really created some havoc with the market. So short sellers out there are doing well who know what they're doing. Although it is easy to get chopped up in this market if you really don't know what you're doing. So I highly advise you playing conservatively during these highly volatile times. But we have had a lot of market volatility. And right now, what we're looking at is a market that has lost a hell of a lot of ground over the last several sessions, and it doesn't look like there's any end in sight. So I opened 10 new Apex accounts today, and here they are down here. Today was a good day. They were $50,000 each when I started them. We ended the day at around pretty close to $51,200 per account. So that's about $12,000 in profits today. And I did it basically using um, two minis per account and taking profits at just a few ticks for the first mini and then holding the second mini to see whatever I could get out of it. So um, don't ever imagine that it's not possible to make really good money day trading, because the fact of the matter is it is totally possible, but you have to have a strategy and you have to have discipline to follow that strategy carefully. So essentially, what I did today was I I decided to wait for the shorts, and that's just exactly how I was able to make those profits today. Selling during the opening, we didn't do so good actually. We had the first couple trades were this is the cumulative with fees per account. So I have 10, so you can 10x this number here. The first few trades were a couple trades were losing trades, and I was down 500 bucks roughly per account. But I managed to turn things around, and then at the end of the day, I came back and for power hour for the last hour of the market, and I was able to switch from micros to minis because my setups were forming, my favorite setups were forming, and I managed to go ahead and do some decent profits. Again, making a net result of looks like 1,123 on this one, and about the same on the other nine. So probably a little over $11,000 today in these accounts. Now I have to hit about 30,000 total for all these, so I'm about a third of the way there. But that's not too bad for just one day. So that's really it. I'm gonna, if you want to trade with Apex, it's really amazing to be able to trade multiple accounts because you can reduce your risk substantially on a per account basis and yet still make great profits on a daily basis. So that's the beauty in trading a whole managed group of accounts at the same time, and that can be done on the Trading Dome. The ATMs don't work with managed accounts, so you have to do it by hand. But I've developed a system to do that, and that works pretty well. So that's how that works. And then as far as just the, um, the strategy overall, I'll just share with you that when the market is selling, I use TradingView with 5-second charts, and I put the only indicator that I really have on here, a couple indicators actually, is VWAP, and I have what's called Ripster, EMA clouds, and within Ripster you can set the cloud sizes for each cloud. What I do is I set these for 1 minute, 8 9 EMAs, and the associated 5 minute and a little bit greater time frame there also. So I just set it up so that I know where the 1 minute is. I also can look at the 15-minute chart and know exactly what's going on with that too. 2 minute chart, 1 hour chart, daily chart. I just keep all these charts available to me. And basically, I'm selling my favorite trade is after we get a run up and a change in trend. So, for example, in the morning, we start off, to the upside, as you can see. We get up to around 5,300, and we just kept butting our heads against that 5,300 level, and price didn't want to go above it. It tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times roughly, or close to it, and then it turned around and headed down from there. So this is where I started to make my money this morning. See all these wicks up against this cloud right here. So this inside portion of the cloud is the 5, and the middle of the cloud is the 8 and 9, and the outside portion of the cloud is the 12. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just waiting for price to reverse trend. So go from a uptrend to a downtrend. And how do I know I'm in a downtrend? I get under the main 1 minute EMA moving average. So which is just a red one. So then once I'm under the red one and I'm under all the EMAs, under all the clouds, then I look for rallies to sell. So price will come up. These are Heikin-Ashi candles. I don't always use them, but I was using them today. I wait for price to rally up to the cloud, and then I look for a reversal. Usually you'll see a reversal with you'll see a doji, and then you'll see the wicks pointing down. So and the other thing is I'll look for on the MACD. I'll look for for it to top out and roll over. So the best MACDs are giving us like an M pattern of some kind. So for example, here's a double, right? So you've got a situation where here's a double, right, and then it kind of shoots down after that. Then here's another double, and it kind of shoots down after that. And then here's a double, right? Here's a double top, shoots down after that, et cetera, et cetera. And then sometimes what it'll do, it'll come up and it'll hit the upper clouds. But I'm always a lot more comfortable shorting when I'm at or under this red 1 minute cloud, because that's the strongest indication of a downtrend there is. But again, you want your MACD to be rolling over, maybe even double topping or forming an M pattern under the price action. So this is VWAP. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm looking for. And then as far as the actual trading, I use a DOM. I'll double click a sell here on this button, and I'll wait for price to drop a little bit. I'll cover one of my lots, a few ticks below. I'll take the other one a few ticks above the entry as a stop out, and if it hits it, then it's a break-even trade. Nothing, ventured, nothing gained, but that's okay. If it doesn't come up and hit it, and if I've timed it well, it'll just start dropping, and I'll just trail the stop above as we go down, and I'll keep my eyes open for, I'll keep my eyes open for resistance, which I'll see on a higher time frame chart. I'll be looking for these resistance points, which I've found on like 1 hour or 15-minute charts. If you scroll over here, you can see it, but I'm not going to do that because this is just a 2 minute. So basically, that's my way of doing things. I know it's a lot of information. It's probably too much information, but I'm planning on providing codes. So if you want to check out Apex and get the best deals possible on their accounts, I think I paid about $33 a piece for mine. So it's an initial investment of $330, and then I've got basically $25,000 to trade with in order to make money with Apex. So anyway, that's going to leave it right about there for now. So we'll leave it right there, and I'll be back with you on the next one.